So how many has your wife caught?
She's caught at least 3 fish and 3 or 4 sea cucumbers in about 20 minutes.
And you?
0! She got the first one and the third one and all the cucumbers.
Like always?
Yeah, like always. Coming into some fish hanging on the bottom here. A little bit of a rocky area. This is a good spot. I like to look for these kind of places. All right, leash.
Where that just knocked out. You're saying the downside of jigging is what?
Is that you can catch a lot of sea cucumbers, which I don't care. I just obviously would prefer it to be a fish, but
right.
I think some people eat them, so I guess if you want to catch sea cucumbers, jig.
John, man, here you go.
Oh, look at this.
Fish decided he liked the tail and took off 2 legs.
So there used to be a couple legs hanging down right here, and the whatever was munching on it ripped them off. Hooked on!
So I got him on the drop.
Meaning?
Which means you reel up every so often and you lower it back to the bottom. And a lot of times the fish will be following up when you're reeling up. So you drop it down and it goes right in their mouth.
Woo!
This is a net fish right here.
Yes. Alright, you grab the net.
She wanted to videotape this, Joe.
Yeah.
Here, put the net, actually put the net on the ground. I'll use a grabber.
Alright.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's reel this bad boy up.
He's coming up. He's heavy.
Is he?
Yep. He heavy. He started spooling some line off.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Ah, there he is.
Oh, there's a keeper lingcod right there.
First catch of the day for Joel.
And a keeper.
Big Daddy-O. And that is definitely keepable size. Let's get this out of the way. All right, let's get a close-up of this baby.
Oh, that one.
Look at that. Look at that guy. Doesn't that look like a dinosaur? Oh my goodness. That is beautiful. Let's pull a tape measure, see what he got here.
He doesn't want to put
You don't want to get measured, do you? It's over 30 inches. That is a nice fat, and look at his mouth. He's got 2 octopuses in his mouth right now.
See, these guys love that octopus.
There you go. He does not want it.
And you got to be careful with these guys too, whackers right there, because they have really sharp teeth. Really sharp teeth.
So I like to give it a little hit. And while his heart is still pumping, I like to get in here and cut his gills. That way he's bleeding out there. and it helps the meat taste better.
First catch of the day is a keeper.
I love it. That's a good one.
How do you feel?
I'm ready for getting another one. Let's go for it.
Oh shoot, we got some fish guts on the camera.
Cucumber.
You got another sea cucumber.
Number 6.
Sea cucumber.
Number 6.
Jonathan.
Huh?
That's a good montage for her.
Right?
Sea cucumber, sea cucumber, sea cucumber.
She's mastered the release technique of the sea cucumber though.
I like it when I barely hook into them, because sometimes it's really hard to get them off.
Right.
So there,
what was that?
that's an octopus right there. That's a lingcod's friend.
And where'd you find that?
In the mouth of the octopus with another one.
And what lure were you using?
I was using an octopus.
An octopus lure. That's so funny, they almost look the same.
This is a hammer. It's a rubber jig, lead head. It's a 6-ounce lead head, 7-inch hammer. This is my favorite color and size out here. I think I've caught the most fish on this one out of any lure out here.
So you said it's a 6-ounce, 7-inch hammer.
You can look at it longer too.
So what's the count so far?
So we got 2 baby lings, 1 big ling, a yellow eye, vermilion, and 6 or 7 sea cucumbers by the sea cucumber queen.
I wonder who was catching the sea cucumbers.
I think that's gonna be her name, Cucumber Queen.
Cucumber Queen?
Cucumber Queen. That should be her name. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna take some of this octopus because we got a fish school underneath us. I'm gonna take a little bit of the legs and stick them on my shrimp flies here. I like to do a couple little hooks.
And where'd you get this octopus again?
It came out of the mouth of that big lingcod we caught earlier. So I like to give a couple of these so they look like stringers or worms off of it. Yep, spun around here.
Ground soft here.
Not really, but there's a whole bunch of fish down toward the bottom. There's school of fish.
As you can see on the depth finder here, all this, that's fish. So that's what we're going for with the shrimp flies.
So I'm gonna go ahead and drop it down to the bottom and then I'll reel up into that and then I'll let it hang. Ooh, that was a strike.
Is that 5 seconds, 10 seconds?
Yeah, within seconds. Let me see the fish finder there.
Yep.
Steel fish along the bottom.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm on the bottom. And I'm just gonna come up maybe 3 or 4 reels. And we'll let it bounce in there and see if I can get into that school of fish. Nothing there, I'll try a little different height off the ground.
Looks like they're sitting between 100 and 120 feet, so it's 20 feet off the ground.
Okay.
About 20 feet off the ground.
Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can get into that. We don't jig a lot because the boat is moving, so it's moving it up and down and bouncing it. So I just kind of play with it a little bit, make the worms or the bait move.
I think I have another sea cucumber.
Uh-oh, sea cucumber number whatever.
Sea cucumber number 7. Pop back
I
there.
think that's right.
There you go. So now we've got some fish interested. They're nibbling. We can hook one up. We're gonna leave it on and see if we can get one on hooked on the other one. So we bring up 2.
So you think you have one hooked on right now?
No, but they're nibbling it.
Nibbling.
There we go. So one is on now. You can see on the tip. See the tip bouncing? Ready?
See that little jiggle?
So you got a fish hooked up.
So we got one on. So we have 2 shrimp flies down there, one hooked up.
And what I hope is that it'll attract another fish and bring another one to the other hook. And I'm okay with the little fish getting off the line. If he gets off, I'm hoping that he'll attract a bigger fish. So I'm gonna let him swim a little bit. There might be 2 little ones on here now. We'll see. Let's reel it up and look. Show the tip. Yep. So it looks like we're in a school of olive.
Oh, I love olives.
These are pretty small. We like to let everything go that's going to be small. And if you get him back in the water nice and quick, he should be able to swim away. Did he disappear?
Yep.
I know.
Yep, 2 olives.
So if you get one on, you want to be patient and let another one see that fish agitating, and then he'll come investigate, then he'll eat the other bait. So we'll go again and see if we can get a bigger one. We'll go toward the bottom.
Kind of getting out of that school of fish here. Still some stuff in the water. Not as much though.
So we got one hooked up just on dropping it back down. Go right through that school and got one hooked up. So I'm going to go ahead and let him swim a little bit. See if I can attach a bigger one to it.
So you're already hooked up?
Yep, it's already got one on.
One on, one more.
So right now I'm close to the bottom. I'm just going to come up with a couple reels at a time. See if we can find a bigger fish to eat the second hook. Where are the fish now? Still 100, 120?
Yeah. Right around 130 to 100 to 130 feet. More salt and pepper now, not quite as thick.
Right. Oh. He may have just gotten off. He's shaking and yanking and shaking. Which I'm okay with if it was little. It wasn't a very big one.
I have another sea cucumber.
Oh, sea cucumber number 8.
Yeah. Dad has one.
Oh, got a big one?
So I lowered it back down to the very bottom.
Oh, you got something.
And I
good?
got a nice
Do
fish.
you need me to get the net?
You got the net right
I got
here.
a net right here. But he either took the bait or took the little fish that I had.
So, what does it feel like?
It feels like a cabezone or a big vermilion. It's just dead. And it could be a bigger lingcod.
Sometimes
But
it's
they-
catch them too.
By dead weight, you mean?
Like it's not fighting. It's just like you're pulling up a piece of plywood from the bottom of the ocean.
Right.
We should be pretty close, Jonathan.
Now, let's see. Oh, you got it by the tail.
That's why.
That's why. Let's get the net here.
So you snagged it. Is it
It's a lingcod.
It's a pretty decent sized one too.
Let's see what we got here. So So he was a dead weight because we snagged him.
Hooked him right on the back part of the tail there on the other side.
Got him in the side of his gut right here. And so he was just swimming away. Probably didn't like that one at all. All right, let's see what this one is. You can see his spikes on his top fin there. And be careful of those.
Very spiky.
So what do we have for length here? My guess is right around 27, 28 inches.
I got another sea cucumber.
Another sea cucumber.
She's decided to sea cucumber fish today.
Move that out of the way.
So I didn't throw that octopus away. I just threw it in the back of the boat where I can get to it later. And same thing. Put him out of his misery.
Just got fish guts on my face.
And we'll get in here to the gills. Well, that will bleed out quickly.
The fish won't feel a thing.
All done. How are we with that school of fish? Mostly gone?
Yep, we're at the point where it's mostly gone.
I'm gonna leave this out of the water.